swing around and get some information of lanes.
Looking for a bit of action here, Secret.
Lanes.
Yeah.
No real big surprises, I guess, that you can get. Like, Coddle and Grimstroke, you know, setting up this kill with these three is not really the greatest. I guess on Secret you could see the potential, but they just want to have standard lanes. As we see right away, GH, he's actually the one blocking the hard camp with a sentry. They put themselves a defensive ops ward on their high ground too, to watch, probably just to watch when Puppey is able to find a good creep and maybe look for a wraparound and just protect themselves of any type of rotations.
And as expected, yeah, this mid, yeah, Matu just starting things off straight away with a full wand for this lane.
Should be a pretty free lane for the Slark. Bottom, we see My Control immediately skills Axis. As soon as Puppey sees that, he just takes over a melee creep to just trade the right-click war. And yeah, the lane's looking... The mid and the bottom lane looking really strong for Secret. Top lane is a little bit more of a randomness. I feel like Willow always has the potential to dominate a lane, but also potential to just feed, as Kuroki will be able to walk away. And break the salve of
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, stepping a bit too close there. Allowing Kuro to waste pretty much half of that salve, at least.
This mid matchup's going to be so hard. He's gone for just the mana regen build we've seen popularized a lot. So his base damage is even lower than we have seen for some of the people that go for like the no build up early.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we plays this game off the back of what will be a very sort of rough start for him in the 1v1. But a 1v1 that you got to imagine, you know, as a man who plays a lot of Batrider, he's probably been against this quite a lot of times before.
Oh, he actually gets the courier, the forest, the hill troll priest.
Creep got it, yeah. Very nicely done.
Probably the better creep that he could actually find in this lane too from that small camp. Just these constant heals for himself and the Kunkka to counteract the Illuminate. That sounds pretty damn good. Will expire though.
And now we see another farm for Nisha down there, 7 of 3. Against the 3-0. He's having a fine time here down bottom. As Mind Control not able to get quite as much out of the lane as Nisha is.
I feel like the fact that they're able to do this, and just because of these hero picks, the Enchantress and like and just the Pango in the side lanes, he doesn't skill Boar. So it actually it hurts a lot of the purpose, the initial pick of this Beastmaster, as Nisha getting aggressive.
Yeah, he's just getting so much damage onto these two. Between the Tidebringers and playing with the Torrent smartly around these range creep denies that Mind Control is, of course, trying to go for.
He's not healthy on this Beastmaster at all. If he just makes a couple mistakes here, he could look to
Torrent and
bring some regen.
A Tidebringer, he could just be dead.
Yeah, low armor heroes actually too on this bottom lane, so the Tidebringer is actually even more valuable. Beastmaster, I'm sure he's got the Ring of Protection, but 2 base armor, same for Coddle. They eat quite a lot of damage. Nisha's gonna have some free farm.
Yeah, just each of these hits really crunching through Mind Control.
Yeah, he's got regen coming out. Actually, no, he just has boots coming out, so no regen on this bottom lane right now. They have to be cautious, as top looks like the fun lane, where it's very back and forth. You see Zai still farming really well, but so is the PL, and they're just constantly harassing each other, breaking their regen. Nigma is almost out of regen up here.
And as you said, you know, overall, you do rate this game as a pretty good PL game overall. I mean, is this sort of a game where as long as Nigma don't suffer too much in the other lanes and Miracle can find his farm, you'd be pretty confident that the PL's going to have a good shot of carrying it?
He should, as long as he's able to get this crazy farm, and Zai isn't keeping up. I think Zai has this super farm game, so they might actually look to focus to give Zai more farm to be able to address this. If he's able to get crazy farm, maybe, but there are some small capabilities from Secret to be able to handle that if they get farm on this Kunkka and this Pango, which they're gonna get. They're gonna be able to cleave down these illusions. So it might not be so one-to-one, especially if his other lanes are just so crippled. Like this Beastmaster, 11 last hits. The Bat's gonna be shut down too. It can't just be a PL alone versus some slight counters.
No,
if Zai gets away with a good game, right, he can go the Aghanims, the Maelstrom, and then he's a full counter to the PL. Right?
Oh, that's true. I mean,
Secret has a lot of options that they can go for still.
It's always fun to see. I mean, Nigma at least having some heroes that do offer quite good control against Zai, right? If you consider, you know, there's this Beastmaster, Grimstroke. You know, even if Zai does indeed get pretty big this game, it's not as if they're going to be completely unable to control him.
Yeah, most definitely is. Top, Yap Store. Thinking about actually going in. This might actually get him
I
killed.
think this should be a first blood. It is.
I can't believe he turned back.
I guess he felt he couldn't run away, or...
Either way, nice kill for Nigma. And also, just small thing to point out, I've seen Puppy now twice. He's actually sent his creep to scout the Ancients. So he's very aware of the fact of GH backing out a lane and stacking Ancients for that Bat Rider to get enabled. Since Weeha's lane is going rough, they're always going to have stacks for him to catch back up. So Secret will be aware of that, and they're looking for mind control here. Nisha level 5, Beastmaster level 3.
They've got the setup here with the center. Oh, actually, Puppy off the mark there. Waiting a little too long and allowing mind control to get out of there. They should still be able to get him. So it doesn't matter that the combo wasn't followed up perfectly. They still get the kill.
They'll swing Weeha over to maybe try to get a grab onto Nisha. He'll try for the courier, and he'll get it. But Nisha 6, a very, very early level 6 on this Kunkka versus a level 3 Beastmaster.
Yeah, this is, I mean...
That's scary.
Yeah, now the 6 is here. It's a hard lane for mind control to come back into, right? As he's a real threat of dying to the combo. Top lane, they're trying chasing onto Zai, but Yapsor's here to back him up.
They've got the rotation too. Matu swinging up with an invis, trying to help out his buddies.
Nigma's got to be careful. Matu, see if he can find his target. He's in, and he's going to be able to find Kuro for sure. One down, and maybe another as the pounce over towards Miracle connects. Matu, a perfect rotation. Double kill for him as he leaves mid and has a huge hit on top.
And they see Weeha. Weeha's trying to counter-get this, but he's under a ward. They're bringing a 4th hero.
I mean,
Matu actually TP'd up, but Weeha might still be in some trouble.
Yeah, he's going to drop the lasso. I mean...
He's dead.
He's making a move into a lane where both heroes have died. Oh, no, well, no, he's not even going to live. Puppy's able to take him down. I mean, why do you think he decided to continue to commit there, Top, after Miracle and Kuro had already died?
I don't know. I really don't know. I think he's just trying to find any way to fix the disastrous lanes, but...
At the same time, Matu, he was able to dive in and get the kill on mind control. Top lane Zai, he's got the swashbuckle. He's out. They're going to try and chase with the Doppel. Miracle will be able to close the gap. And actually doesn't want to commit fully. Holds back. Zai with the juke to the trees. He's going to live, and now Miracle, he's in trouble. The Curse Crown will hit. They're getting in with another swashbuckle. Miracle's down. Kuro also in a spot of bother as he's trying to run. Puppy, has he got the damage? They're going to come looking in the trees. Kuro's trying his best with the jukes, but Yapso and Puppy, they're hunting, and they'll find him. As that sort of last minute alone has just sent things spiraling incredibly fast downhill for Nigma.
Out of control, really. The Beastmaster, mind control, he gets a level and a half in the mid lane, gets Dove killed. Matu's rotations, just the dream. Bat Rider tries to make the move bottom. Weeha doesn't work. Matu makes the move top, gets himself a double kill, moves mid, gets himself a 3rd.
Look at this again.
This is looking really
good. It looked like Miracle had this. If he committed, he wanted to pull back as soon as he saw the TP. Felt that he couldn't keep going here, and the illusion's not quite able to get that hit him with Zai, sweeping past the tree line.
And Puppy can just make the port top to help out his friends because Nisha's has an absolute free lane bottom as he's going for Armlet. This is looking like Secret's got some master planning here, and Nigma's going to have to just hope for some way back into this game as their 2 playmakers are so heavily shut down in this game. Their Bat Ride and their Beast are pretty much out of this early game for the next few moments. They have to look to group up and make some type of moves to catch them back up. He's close to the book 1 at least, but it's pretty slow already at this point.
I mean, and as we've seen, you know, the summons can be dealt with, right? You know, sure, PL late game might be a bit of an issue for the wave clear, but anything like a Necrobook summon, Tidebringer, Swashbuckle, that's pretty much going to do it every time.
And now that Miracle's on a hero that he actually can't go and help out, right? Like sometimes we see like
he's got a farm.
Ember Spirit safe lane or something. PL isn't like that. He's not an active role. He needs his Bat Rider and his Beastmaster to be able to be active to make him the space. So Weeha, he's going to try.
It's hard though. I mean, yeah, he's fine. He's out with the Shadow Realm. Trying to make some awkward moves. And I think, as you say, you know, Nigma, they feel that they've got to try and do something, but still at this time where Weeha's not quite got the boots of travel finish, he hasn't got that first item to enable him, it's very hard for them to do so, but they definitely feel pressured to make these sort of moves, Nigma.
Yeah, otherwise they're just going to have to play the full farm game, which they are preparing for. I've been watching GH. Look at this Ancient. Like, he's got like a 5x Ancient stack going. He's got it going for that Bat Rider, but Weeha is constantly on the run.
is under attack.
He's going to try and turn onto Yap. This time around, they might get Yaps up, but no, Zai's in with the help. He's able to bump over with the Rolling Thunder. Weeha, he's got to be careful as Matu also looking forward towards him. The swashbuckler gets him. Zai takes him out. They may have lost Yaps up, but again, another slowdown to Weeha's progress there. Did manage to get his bots at least complete, so won't lose too much money, but still a death. As Secret's 3 cores holding onto those top spots right now here, just after 10 minutes.
And this is how you set yourself up to be able to deal with the PL. Of course, get such good lane advantage, but also itemize for it. You see Nisha, armlet's done, so he'll have ways to be able to clear out those illusions. I didn't quite see what Zai has queued up yet. It's just a javelin, so he'll be able to have the potential to go for the Maelstrom. They've already got the tools prepared for if this PL is able to find farm. Secret just really taking over though, and it's not going to slow down. Matu has Diffusal finished already, and all these heroes look like absolute feed to a Diffusal Slark. We'll get time to at least farm up his stack. I don't believe that Secret can contest this by any means, but they look content with just farming the lanes. They don't feel like they probably need to invade that with how much damage they've done already in these first 11 minutes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, this will be a good jump up to Weeha. See how much money exactly these stacks are going to add up to.
Top tower has fallen.
It's probably going to be close to, I guess, just under 1,000.
Middle tower is under attack.
Very needed. Good amount of levels too. It's up to 10.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
Yeah, they pretty much 1,000 gold from that. But still, I mean,
Lane's all pressured though. Secret just farming. Like they didn't feel the need to actually go for any of this. They were aware of these stacks. Puppy had scouted them earlier on. They're fine with just sitting back farming. Yapster's going for greed. He's actually going for a straight Aghanims on the Willow.
oh damn! Oh my goodness, he is. I guess this was the plan all along. Yap was like, Puppy, pick me first, pick Dark Willow. I'm building Ags. You're right. This is. I mean, if the game continues like this, it's going to be one of the quickest Willow Ags we've seen. As Kuro will get the silence out into the Inkswell. The root's down though. Matu, he could turn, chase him down, get himself a tasty essence shift stack. Bottom lane. Nisha's got the setup. The poke comes crashing down. He's able to take down Weeha. And into the jungle. Secret moving and find GH as well. 3 dead. On Nigma. He's looking for the wraparound. He has got the Rolling Thunder. He's underneath a tier 2. They've got the X mark. Do they want to commit though? They don't. They won't go that deep. Yeah, at least.
He kills the book though. Zai swashes in, kills the book 1, almost kills off the second archer as well, and he almost has Maelstrom. So they're really just, there's going to be no summons and no illusions that can actually deal with this damage that's going to be coming out from Secret, and they're just collapsing so quick. Matu now taking this tower. 2 towers going to be taken so early. Nigma trying to slow it down a bit here with the max Illuminate build.
Look at this on the pack. Nisha's already managed to wrap around. He's trying to set up onto GH. Doesn't actually quite get the combo onto him though, so GH is going to live. But the space is there for Matu to get that last hit on the tower. Already 1,300 on top of the Diffusal Blade.
And Miracle's, I think he's aware that there's no way that he's going to help his team with fighting. So he actually didn't go for the first item Diffusal. He went for the Yasha, the farming item. And he just knows they just need to stall and make time for him to have a hope in this game. But Secret, they're so well prepared for when this PL does get online. Their itemization is looking very ideal for if that moment does come.
And we're seeing, I mean, down bottom, Nigma.
They're trying to force. Weeha really wants to get a catch, but Secret, again with a successful scan, will be able to back away and then continue to farm those side lanes.
Still just some of Nigma's cores falling very far behind. Beastmaster, you know, mind control. Puppy's nearly overtaking him in farm.
Yeah, the last pick Beastmaster just completely addressed when they have all this. Now all this summon clear with the way that they've set up the lanes. Matu he's halfway to his Aghanims too, and Secret just continuing to get all this farm and space on the map as Nigma can't pressure. They can't even take the bottom tower. So much map control lost as Matu with the DD. He spots Weeha for a second. He's gonna look for the hunt. And just a very passive game for Nigma to really do anything. As we said, they're two playmakers just so shut down in the laning phase. It's so limited for them to do anything. It feels like now they're just waiting for Miracle to have Diffusal so he can actually get involved, because it feels like they really, really need him. 4v5 is just not going to be working with what they're up against.
Another smoke from Secret. Nigma are on the high ground. It's around this bounty point. Are they able to get the grab on side? Weehar's charging in. He's looking for the grab, but the X-Mark dragged him straight back. The two of them into the boat combos. Kuro gets taken down. Zai's in with Rolling Thunder, locking down Weehar for a second kill for Nisha. As they're really trying to make something happen, Nigma, but Secret are just ready for them every single time so far.
And they're even trying to be cute. They send My Control top to push out the wave. GH recalls him back into the fight, but by the time he's in the fight, two heroes are dead. Nisha with a very ideal setup, and Kuroki with a slight misstep, just walking into Torrent and boat. They get a roar. It's not a puppy.
He's already got the heal going.
And he's just gonna walk away.
And he's gonna turn. So look at the setup. The angle for the Tidebringer hit. It's starting to really not look very pretty at all here for Nigma. Mid lane, Matsu. He's not going to get Miracle, but he is going to force him back. Bottom, they might get the kill on Nisha. Weehar comes back in, finally able to take down this Kunkka. It's something. They need a lot more of that.
A lot more as Matu is swinging over with the defusal.
Flame break. Well, disconnect the pounce. They're knocking him back before he latches it on. Now turn over towards GH, Matsu. It's going to be dissuaded from diving any further as the Soulbind locks the two of them down. Weehar trying to charge down Yapzor. The Curse Crown stun will hit. Miracle has turned up. Matu low on the mana. Flame break off to the side. They're staying on top of the target, but Matu's got the one charges and is able to sweep his way back towards the tower. But the stun, they close the gap with the Inkswell. Miracle, he's in on top of the two of them. Can he actually take them down though? Rolling Thunder from side comes in, ends up jumping over Miracle, is ready to come back round with a second sweep onto both GH and Weehar. Huge swashbuckle from Zai, cuts the two of them down. Kuro's gonna fall. As it seemed here, Nigma, they felt that they had something going there. They really wanted to charge down Secret. But again, we're just really feeling how far ahead Secret is right now. 11k advantage at 17 minutes in. And just all three of their cores able to contribute so much more than Nigma's can at this moment.
Even their support, look how farmed the supports are. They've surpassed My Control by significant margins. These fights just impossible. Miracle shows up. I actually thought he had defusal for a second, but he shows up right before he does have it finished. So no way to actually catch or chase anybody as this game continues to be domination Secret. No mercy. Ward Vision covered too to watch Weehar when he does look to go farm. And look at, Yapzor,
he's nearly got it, right? I mean,
he's about to have eggs.
It really has to tell you something. When Yap's doing this sort of build, like, what does this sort of say to you that Yap's thinking about the status of the game? Like, would he be doing this regardless of how he's going, or is he doing this because he knows he can?
They did first pick it, so maybe he was going to do it anyway, but I think it's because they just know they can. Yeah. This is just an absolute stomp for them so far. 18-4, now they're in Roche. They've already itemized to deal with the if scenario, if the PL is able to recover his game. And the rest of it, they already handled all that in the early game. This is just smooth sailing from here forward for Secret, as they're just unbelievably farmed on everybody. And this Roche just can't even attack. Just constant lucky shots.
There we go. Aegis for Matu, and you know, as we saw earlier, it kind of makes you wonder if Matu was watching the two games for a little pleb, and you know, he felt like, hey, you know what, I really fancy playing some Slark today and going Diffuser lags. As we've seen it already in the two games earlier, look amazing, and again here in this sort of game where the momentum is behind you, Matu's just going to be a huge nightmare to deal with. You can't run from him, and even if you do manage to get on top of him, he's going to be very, very, very nimble as he jumps in and out of the fights.
Radiant's bottom tower
might be seeing Batrider benched away, perhaps, because of this, because this is the two teams that have now really shown the domination of that Slark when the Batrider is picked up early. You just pick the Slark, you lane adverse it, and it just... Batrider's game is just ruined. He feels forced to move around, but Matu, as a Slark, actually had the better rotations in this game from the early game. He got two successful ganks quite quickly as bottom. These long jumps.
Yeah, you can't escape it. You really can't. Easy kills for Matu. We saw it there as well. The Yaganim's now done on Yapzor around this 19-minute mark. Probably has to be one of the faster timings of the Ags on a Willow you've seen in pro games.
It doesn't even feel like he needs it. It doesn't feel like it really adds that much. It just feels like it's him trying to get...
20. Okay, to be fair, it's only been bought in one other match. But it's 21 minutes faster than that other match. As Matu's in, they're going to get the control onto Miracle, back into the boat. Azai, he wants to try and chase for Wee, but the flame break will put him off it. Wee able to at least pick up these banner rings, but they're going to come hunting for him.
Look at Puppy's items too. Just the standard drums,
Vanguard Puppy. Oh my goodness. Oh, that,
all the itemization to be prepared for later on, right?
Yeah.
If the PL ever gets farmed, gets a Crimson, it's an Enchantress.
Yeah, first time, I mean, not surprised about that. I mean, that's got to do some damage there. If you're Nigma and you click on the Ench and see them just rocking a Vanguard.
It's such a Puppy item build though. Like he'd usually have like the Medallion and the Vanguard or something on the Enchantress. As Secret, yeah, just really running away with this game. 21-4. No hopes for Nigma really even on the horizon for quite some time, as they're just fully addressed. Even like we said, the PL has no way to actually play the game because he's fully carried. He's 1200 HP. They just shred right through him with Eads, and he will not get to the point where he can deal with this damage.
And what would you say has sort of been the most glaring issue that sort of lent the game to go like this? Would you really just go back down to the way that Secret were prepared for a Weehaw bat mid? They do the Slark and sort of Weeha's games just slowed down entirely. Because when we saw the draft, the panel didn't expect this sort of outcome, right? They said, it's a good PL game. Nigma, they've got the more sensible lineup, if anything. As Matu is going to lose the Aegis here. The rest of Secret a little far behind, but Nigma, regardless, they're trying to step away from him. Matu's not going to allow it. As he jumps over onto Kuro, he's over towards GH. Poor old GH trying to get away from this Slark, but he cannot.
How much gold he gets for those kills too. 415 for the Coddle, even though they're 14k up. I love it. He gets so rich off of these kills. I think it really is just the way that they set up the lanes and just set up the disaster for Enigma to really not be able to switch and adapt. This Beastmaster was level 3 when the Kunkka was 6 bottom. That is a just massive glaring problem.
Yeah. I think
so 2 lanes that were just a stomp, and top lane was trade. Zai did fine. So 2 super dominant lanes just really capitalized this, and Weehaw with some bad the bad rotations in the early game really hurt them because Matu had the successful rotations.
Bottom lane. Poor old mind control. He's going to drop a roll, but he can't get away from this Axe Willow. Yapsor just beating him down through the Shadow Realm. As Nigma, they've popped a smoke. Maybe in a sort of a one last hurrah chance here to find something.
If they can even find anything. Secret just, again, all well prepared. Everyone swings over. Puppy looking to get some ward coverage down for his team. And everyone just backing each other up. Just they're really not giving Nigma any hope in this game at all. Not giving them any options to get anything. As the build up too, we watch Nisha continue to just go for the anti-PL items. He gets the BKB to cover himself. Then he's going for Shivas. Zai, as we've already mentioned, has that Maelstrom and Blink. Just the perfect solutions. As Nigma, they do have really good high ground defense with this Coddle and this Grimstroke and the way for Brighter to lasso someone and pull them into base. So it might take a little bit of time for Secret to actually go to that high ground, but they're just going to take over the whole map. And Miracle's just hoping to be able to farm it hard at some point in this game so he can actually kind of stand in the midst of all this AoE, but as we've said a lot, Secret's prepared for if once it gets to that point. Puppy just walking around getting some D wards.
And what we got,
And we see Mind Control swinging out his Necro books to also look for any type of D wards so they can get some information. Okay, they got the blink on the bat. GH is going to recall him up here too. Maybe they can look to catch something here.
They get the Onin Lasso onto Matu. See if they can burn his mana down in time. They can't. The BKB will be popped by Weehaw as he's off to the side. Zai crashing through the midst of it all with the Rolling Thunder. See if they can finish anybody here. The X-Mark is going to drag back Miracle. The silence will stop any follow-up combo coming out straight away. As in the trees, they'll lose GH. I mean, close there to being able to control Matu long enough to take him out, but just not enough.
Secret looked, they looked prepared for that movement. Look how fast all 5 of them collapsed up there. They were just immediately all around their Slark to protect him. Nigma they're trying to pull anything out too. They're like showing heroes on one side and then recalling them to the opposite to try to catch Secret off guard, but still not working. Secret, as we said, no mercy this game, really.
Absolutely not.
Weehaw. Looking to make some type of pressure play, but the Secret's got a read on him too. Just they were hunting him out already. Probably now expecting that there's no way that Nigma really wants to take any fight, so they're gonna have to do some creep cutting shenanigans. So we see Puppey placing a ward just in a lane randomly to watch when this Batrider does come out. I mean, they see Weehaw with it immediately, so they can do whatever they want with that information.
Just look at this damage Yapso with the Ags. As he takes down Kuroki from a mile away, Zai finds GH. They just cannot step outside of the base. As, yeah, Puppey's got a full Crimson.
It's so crazy how far they are. They're gonna X the Pango as well while they continue the siege, bring him back. Puppey's gonna run over. And without their Cut on the Grim, the two big out spammers, this is a really good attempt for siege for Secret.
Gonna have Lasso back up in a second. And we.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, now the Coddle Grim are going to respawn. They're going to back up, look to clean up and pick up these bounties and runes that they didn't get to before. Maybe hunt and get a ward down and look for Miracle, as Miracle's gotten some time to recover.
He is, you know, Miracle. As we've seen in the Nigma games where things start to get a bit crazy, he is doing a good job of avoiding danger. They are going to go for him now, though. And with Doppel and Manta already expelled, he's looking pretty dead here.
That was actually a cute attempt of trying to save. They recalled, he doppeled during it, then he tried to Manta dodge the attack so the recall will go off, but they hit him anyway. So all that attempt at him surviving and getting all this farm quickly punished. Secret with just one quick swing around, stop that PL for 40 seconds. The longest 40 seconds of Miracle's life.
Yeah, he needs every moment out on this map. As that, you know, that the heart was coming relatively soon, just about 2k gold, and he'd have it. And then that stage,
Zai's
maybe.
already in.
Or Matu. He's found Weehaw. Weehaw does have the BKB and a TP if he wants to go for it, and he will. Out he goes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tough GH and Kuroki actually pushing out this bottom lane pretty far. Secret, they've got the mid wave and the top wave coming in. Mind control. We'll see how aggressive Matuma Man's feeling at this stage. He may want to just go in.
Looks like they're trying to finish, excuse me, they're trying to finish up Kuroki's Blink Dagger. They can actually do some fun Blink double lasso plays, and I think that's maybe their only hope for these next few moments of the fights.
Oh, Roshan up. Secret can look to settle for that. I mean, Nigma, in this position, would you want to see sort of a YOLO move around the pit?
No, there's no hope for them around inside a full 5-man fight. It'll be total disaster. The PL is the only one who can actually do anything inside of those fights at the moment. The Beastmaster is just, I feel like Mind Control's just walking gold. He sends his summons in and they all just die instantly to all the AoE. Weehaw? Will we get away?
Nice find here for Nigma on the neutral line front. They do manage to get themselves the Elven Tunic for Miracle.
Okay.
Definitely one of the juicier items here. And 500 gold and the heart will be done. So we'll see how much of a difference this does make for Miracle in the fights. You know, sending these illusions onto some of the, I say some of the squishy heroes. The problem is at this stage, no one's really that squishy at all on Secret. And they're not easy heroes to sort of go on. Of course, Puppey with the passive and Yapso with the Shadow Realm. These aren't really heroes that can just be deleted by a PL jumping in these team fights.
No, this ward bottom, it's still continuing to see Nigma's movements. Weehaw does not want to have to BKB again to TP out. He'll be able to hang on to it.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Does lose the courier though. So, yeah, Ether Lens is going to be out of the game for a few minutes.
Look how Secret's just swinging the map every time. They push out a little bit of a lane, immediately start swinging over to me toward the other ones, just trying to catch any of these quirky Nigma heroes running around with the split push.
And we're seeing
to get themselves a lot of farm too. As Matu smoked running right through. Puppey just TP's right in the midst of all of them. No fear for him.
Oh, he might have to BKB this time round. We'll see. As yeah, he's got to pop it. to save himself here, Wheat. Now she's out and away, and you know, these itemizations from Secret 2, you see Nisha, the Shiva's Guard, he's pretty much got the AC on top of it as well. So with this AC Shiva's Guard from Nisha, Crimson Guard from Puppey, this PL is... Miracle's barely going to give them a tickle.
Yep, and they have so many ways to clear the illusions too, as we mentioned for Zai with this as Miracle. Oh, the evasion does not work for him for the recall, and now he's getting chased.
Oh.
Oh.
He's going to be able to get out with the TP, though. Matu not quite able to find the angle initially. Nearly gets it there the second time round, but Miracle's out in time.
Oh, now Matu's stuck there for a bit. He's got no mana. Look at him.
Oh, he's stuck there for... Oh, okay,
for
about 10 seconds or something.
Yeah.
A little bit of a slowdown.
Instantly Secret, though, preparing. They've already got a Linken's also on Zai, so protection versus Lasso and versus Roar when he's inside of his Rolling Thunder. Or for his teammates if he sees opportunities. He's spotted by the Hawk. Nigma can't take advantage of that at all as they're trying to find a little bit more farm still on the map. Matu very low mana, though. And there's the AC. So Nisha, as we mentioned, his build is just fully, I'm addressing PL. We're going to take no damage. I have 52 armor. Oh, he's under a tower. My math was very off as well, too. But anyway, 46 armor. Getting my control out of the top lane, bringing him bottom. Puppey's Centaur is scouting, though. So I'm going to try to give some information. We'll see GH for a second.
Yeah, I mean, if somehow Nigma's able to get the Soulbind on Roar into Lasso on Slark +1, then maybe. But it's still just such a big maybe because it really is the problem of damage output at this point.
It really feels like it's gonna have to be a double Lasso under tier 4.
Yeah, sure. You need the towers. Yeah, you do. You need those tier 4s helping out.
They're really lacking on it. Like, Miracle might be able to survive a little bit longer, but his damage isn't going to be so much there because these illusions are going to get cleared out very quickly with the way the Secret's itemized. And now Matu building up the BKB so that he can just stand toe-to-toe with the PL, with the army that's all around him. Won't have to worry about being out of mana. Enigma, it's all about just buying time. Look at the split push. Weehaw just charges past the lanes, fire-flying it. GH consistently pushing out bottom, recalling in the Beastmaster to summon the books, and then they leave him, throw him out. And they are getting some gold on the map, but Secret just continuing to grow their lead, and it's 30,000 experience lead too. They're keeping that consistent.
I mean, Nigma have definitely been able to hold off, you know, straight, sort of just rolling over and letting Secret take down the Ancient. They're definitely making Secret sort of think about when they want to go for their next move. The question is if Secret really matter or if Secret's just sort of having fun at this moment, just getting farm on all 5 of their heroes.
That is a high possibility for Secret. Just playing, now they're just playing Dotes, you know, it's playing Dotes with the guys again. Rather than having to worry about just winning the game, you probably feel like you've already won, and you just know it's this huge onus on Miracle. The rest of his team is doing they're doing what they need to do on Nigma, though, just pushing lanes down and just trying not to die as PL attempts to catch up. And he is getting close. He's almost the same net worth, but it's just so many things that he has to break through.
They keep doing their best to try and at least keep this one lane pushed far out. So the Secret's not quite in position to have multiple lanes pushed up to Nigma's base.
Look at GH is being so annoying.
Yeah, he's
every lane,
doing
every
a lot.
wave bottom just cleaned up for him. Aghanim's now finished after the force. Getting a good amount of farm. Forcing Secret's hand down bottom too.
I mean, you know, it definitely goes to show that if Nigma weren't set up in the tough ways that they were in this laning stage, that this game could definitely have been a whole lot closer. You know, if you consider that they're down 21k, but Nigma is still able to play out on the map and slow Secret down a bit. And get
Yeah,
in.
if they did have a better early game for
Yep.
sure, we're seeing all the solutions. Like Secret, they know that it's just gonna be PL versus the world later. So as we mentioned, Zai, look at his items, exactly what we've kind of figured he would go for. Ags, Maelstrom, all their itemization is really just thinking about dealing with PL, dealing with Miracle, because the rest of them are really gonna be taken care of just from the natural spells and the farm of everyone else. As they're set up here, they did have this ward up on top. I believe it did see Kuroki for a hot second as he was walking through. But recall him out. GH sets him up to push out mid. And a lasso, they'll actually find Puppey.
They do. So they've got the damage here. Miracle's around. Puppey. He's got backup there. Matu jumps straight over. The Will-O-Wisp is dropped down. Matu committing in with the Shadow Dance, ready to try and chase for more. Weeha's out with the BKB TP. Mind Control also having to pop his BKB to get himself away from Zai, as Kuro will be thrown to the wolves. And Puppey is had enough. You know, they've killed him. He's back in straight away with the buyback. He may just be ready to give the order for Secret to start pushing for the high ground siege now. Kuro still down for 30.
The lasso is a long cooldown. It's 110 seconds. That's probably what he's saying. He's probably take advantage of no lasso. They can't actually take us into the tier 4s now. As pause from GH. During the glyph usage.
I mean, without the lasso, what's sort of the best way of Nigma making a move on Secret whilst they're pushing in?
Just hope for them to overextend by any means. Right now, they have to be a little cautious. They can just sit back passive and just keep blasting with the coddle. That's the one nice thing about their draft. This tower might still just go down, though. They need everything at their toolkit to be able to deal with this push.
Well, let's see what they have in him. Yeah. As both teams ready to resume.
Oh, I thought I lost you for a second. Oh my god. Your voice like tapered off instantly. I was like, oh god, did I lose power? Oh no, what's happening?
Oh, we're still there. Both teams are called for G. Now it comes.
Okay, there
A little bit of time. See Secret reset themselves momentarily. Nisha's looking for an X mark grab. Matt, he's just straight in. He's up into the base. He's looking for GH. The Raw does catch him. Will-O-Wisp down as well. But he's able to put the BKB get out and actually find Miracle. And Miracle was trying to commit onto Nisha. He couldn't quite get him though. Nisha is fine. Miracle's down for a minute. So's Weeha out of the game. No buyback. A Secret will have plenty of space here to commit.
He went in when his team was getting gone on. They couldn't help him at all. He got hit by pretty much every spell from Secret. The Fear, the Pango, every single one of the spells connected on poor Miracle. 45 seconds.
That's a long time.
That might be 2 sets.
Yeah,
Secret still has 14 stacks.
And he's still got that cheese.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're trying to hold. As just the 3 of them, they were struggling massively when they have the full roster up. With just the 3,
Dire's top tower
very little to be done to slow down Secret, pushing him.
under attack.
And very easily taking a second set of racks as their lead, their domination this game continuing. 31-5, 27k advantage.
Such a clean game from Secret, really. Who's actually got the deaths? What? Nisha's got 1, Puppey's got 1, and then Yapsor's got 3. Okay, so they've done just a great job of making sure that they don't even lose the core heroes that are in the front lines ever. It's just unbelievable farm on all 3 of them. Zai for once, honestly, I feel like is unbelievably farmed for this team, where usually it's like Yapsor is taking a lot of the farm. Even though Yapsor is, Zai's kept up significantly this game. He understands what he needs to do to be able to counteract that PL. And into the Roche again, the 3rd one, for free.
Easy refresher shot, ready to go. I mean, this is...
And a full heart for Nisha, too, I believe is about to be bought up on the side.
Oh my goodness. He's a pretty tanky boy. There's Nigma. They know that they've got to go for these crazy plays. They're not even able to make it there in time. As we are... Oh! He's in. He's going to grab Puppey. He's trying to get out with the remainder of this BKB. The Will-O-Wisp down, but Puppey's going to live. Zai straight through the backlines here with the Rolling Thunder over towards Weeha as he keeps him locked down. Miracle trying to jump in and over towards the backlines. Kuro able to keep himself alive there with that last-minute smoke. Puppey being focused by the illusions, but there isn't quite enough damage. Oh, there is. Miracle will be able to finish off Puppey, but Nisha now comes in with the boat. They'll be able to get Miracle up to the high ground. He's away with the doppelganger. Roar as well from mind control. Holds back Matuma Man as they're chasing Miracle. See if Miracle can get his way out of there. The recall's going to be in play, but they have the damage to stop it. As Miracle's got to stand his ground and fight, he turns over towards Nisha, but look how tanky Nisha is. He's still alive though, and he's draining their mana.
Nice illusion play by Miracle. Baited them for the fake one. Matu getting kited.
He's trying to get it onto mind control. Miracle, he's now going to turn over towards Zai. Will the Wisp is back up. Miracle jumping in with the doppel. He's trying to stay on top of the two of them, but Zai, he's ready to go. Rolls up, holds his position. Matu still trying to punch into Miracle, but has to be a little cautious with no mana.
Did only Puppey die? Only Puppey died.
Until...
What a crazy fight.
Oh.
Both teams just dancing around each other's carries. They both thrive off of these long duration team fights, the Slark and the PL, and both teams just play phenomenally kiting around. Even Kuroki's gonna get away from Matu for now. And he'll get away too. GH, will he be so lucky to get out? He will. What a crazy fight where just one person dies.
I mean, I guess it's sort of just a case of I mean, well, if anything, you've got to be very pleased with that outcome if you're Nigma, right? You're not dying. You're not losing in a game where one team is 27k ahead. You've just turned up to a fight and you didn't lose anybody. They couldn't quite kill you.
They didn't quite take anything out either, though. I think it was just the refresher shard that was used from Zai. Aegis and Cheese are still at the ready for Secret. As here comes the siege.
They've got the lasso back up. Oh, look at this. Oh, this damage we have. So though we are having to be very careful.
The illusion mana burn is starting to add up on Tanisha, but he does have the cheese ready. Miracle.
They get the first pounce down onto Miracle. Matu trying to commit for more. They drag him back, but he's able to jump out of the boat combo with the doppelganger. Matu continuing to remain completely drained of mana. Weehar's getting control on the side, has to put the BKB, he's trying to get down. Zai, Rolling Thunder's out, they'll grab Puppey again.
Puppey again?
They'll grab him into the range of this Will-O-Wisp, pulling him back. The Fear pushing back Miracle though. Roars out from mind control, holding down Kunkka through the BKB for now. Nisha, he may be out of mana, but he's still ready to punch. Miracle trying to turn towards Zai, but again, Zai able to use the shard to escape. Matu commits with the BKB, takes down mind control. Miracle. They're looking for Miracle. He's been disarmed. He's still got another jump out. There'll be buybacks from both mind control and GH, but the racks are gone. Secret got the objective they wanted, and Matu, he's not even done yet. Jumps back over towards Miracle. Miracle's going to get forced away. Matu's going to turn his attention over towards Weehar instead. Weehar falls. He has got buyback, uses it immediately. GH, though, he bought back for this, so he's out and down for 75 seconds. No way of returning. It's just down to the four of them. Nigma smoking up immediately, maybe seeing if they can get a catch onto Secret as Secret start to retreat. See if Weehar can do so. No lasso, though, for 50 still. And it's not going to be the case. Secret able to get everybody out of there.
And Puppey, the man who is lassoed again, survives in the midst of it as he's built so tanky. And they were just focus firing the racks really for the most part there. And Matu just, we're continuing to just see like this Slark pick just free reign. There's nothing they can do to him. He's 14-0-6 diving under tier 4s. And this is the end. This is where they're going to look to close it out. TP's back, gets X'd, picks up the Trickster's Cloak. And now he can look to really be more aggressive as he's got his Basher into play too.
Let's see what final moves Nigma's got in themselves. As Secret already showing signs to start going for the kills. So they're going onto mind control. They put the BKB. He can't even get the roar off. The bashes from Matu. Silencing the Beastmaster. No roar today. As the tier 4s are falling, Secret ready to close this one out. They've had their fun. They've played around with their food long enough. As 36-6, 38k gold lead. Secret will take this game 1, 43 minutes.